And San Miguel Bay is the 1999 Governor's Cup champions.
Buevis Victoria open for the three.
And San Miguel Bay is the 1999 Governor's Cup champions.
Buevis Victoria open for the three.
Kopo ng malalim ang iniwang tatak sa karamihan.
Oh, what a shot by Johnny Siegel.
Kopo ng hindi mapantayan.
Daniel Defonso with 2 points on a slap down.
Kopo ng masarap balik-balikan.
Oh, Sandra for San Miguel here.
Tatlong letra, katumbas ng tatlong salita.
And San Miguel Bay is the 1999 Governor's Cup champions.
Buevis Victoria open for the three.
Kopo ng malalim ang iniwang tatak sa karamihan.
Oh, what a shot by Johnny Siegel.
Kopo ng hindi mapantayan.
Race the roof. Daniel Defonso with 2 points on a slap down.
Kopo ng masarap balik-balikan.
Oh, Sandra for San Miguel here.
Tatlong letra, katumbas ng tatlong salita.
is the 1999 Governor's Cup champions.
Boybits Victoria open for the three!
Koponang malalim ang iniwang tatak sa karamihan.
Oh, what a shot by Johnny Siegel.
Koponang hindi mapantayan.
Breaks the rules. Daniel Defonso with 2 points on a slam dunk.
Koponang masarap balik-balikan.
Oh, Sandra for San Miguel here.
Tatlong letra, katumbas ng tatlong salita.
Samahang walang katulad. Para sa grupong to, hindi lang siya isang marketing scheme. They actually live it. As Nick Velasco put it best, this team, this group of people has always been and is always still a family. Welcome everybody sa isang reunion walang katulad dito sa 2OT. Carlo, kagabi pa tayo hindi makatulog. Ilang araw na tayong excited sobra na dahil sa mga bisita natin yan.
Magoo, hindi lang tayo yung excited. Lahat ng San Miguel Beer fans, lahat ng PBA fans back in the 90s, early 2000s were also excited to welcome the San Miguel Beermen of that era to a Facebook live session here on 2OT. At sabi mo nga, Magoo, special thanks to all Senracela and Nick Velasco for putting this together kasi sila talaga yung nag-reach out sa kanilang mga former teammates, former coach and Coach John Wichico to make this happen.
Cap Olsen, thank you for helping out, and of course, Coach Nick as well. Cap Olsen, kamusta? Kamusta ang last few weeks para sa'yo?
Okay naman. Medyo bato na sa bahay, but kahit na gano'n, you have to be productive. Do whatever you can, tumulong sa mga nahihirapan, and then ako myself have to be productive also. Nakikita ko si Coach Jong sa mga webinars niya, coaching webinars niya. And then busy also with FU. So ito, welcome na welcome to para sa ating lahat. Not just yung mga nandito ngayon sa Zoom, but yung mga nanonood sa ating mga San Miguel fans.
Coach Jong, first of all, thank you once again for joining us. Your second time with 2OT. Coach, forming this squad, you see all of the faces here. Parang what memories do you remember from this unit?
Daming memories. Mababait sila. First and foremost is mababait silang lahat. Hindi ako nagka-problema, not a single problem with them. They're very coachable sila, mababait sila sa loob ng court, mababait sila sa labas ng court. Kaya maganda yung chemistry ng team na to when I was coaching them. Talagang they are friends inside and outside the basketball court. Hanggang ngayon nga, nag-get together kami. Tapos nagre-reminisce kami. Mga memories. Last time nga dito sa bahay, nag-video pa kami nung mga ibang championships namin. So masaya yung grupong ito. And we are very close-knit. As Nick said, we are a family.
Coach Jong, you won 6 of your 9 championships with a bunch of these guys in this group. How special? And mamaya, dadaanan natin every single one of those championships. Gaano ka espesyal? Yun nga, sabi mo, ang babait, pero yung sipag and yung dedication sa work, kamusta tong grupong to?
Alam nila that pagdating sa loob ng court, business is business. So when they are inside the court, alam nila focus sila. Maski magkakaibigan kami, alam nila na pag nasa loob ng court, di ako susundan. Maski mali sinasabi ko, susundan nila. Magdumbo ako magaling. So sa labas naman, get together, masaya kami. We have
Yes!
Hi Daniel, you're late, but usual.
Pizza!
As usual.
Things never change.
You're still late, Danny.
Pizza! Pizza!
So yun. And nagbibigayan sila sa isa't isa. They give it to each other. They set their egos aside and give it to each other.
Just a quick roll call for everyone. Yung pinaka nauna dito sa Zoom meeting was actually itong si Coach Freddy Abuda, Coach Olsen Racela, Nick Velasco here, Dorian Peña, Dwight Lago, Coach John Wichico, Boybits Victoria, Kiko Adriano, Danny
Yes, sir.
Ildefonso, and Danny Siegel. Once again, sirs, idols, thank you so much for joining us. First question is...
And right away, Carlo. Right away, narinig natin na late si Danny S. Pizza. Ganun ba sa inyo? Pag may nalilate, sagot pizza kagad?
Yun dapat.
Yes.
Yes.
Blowout kagad, ah.
Papadala si Danny sa lahat ng bahay natin ng pizza.
Cakey.
Si Dorian palagi. Madaming pizza si Dorian.
may tanong lang ako for Lakay, no, Danny Ildefonso. Idol, you had a lot of options, you know, early in your career. Siyempre, napag-uusapan lagi, the NBA was there. But what made you choose to go to the PBA and the San Miguel Beermen?
Ako ba si DS?
Ikaw, DI. Ikaw,
Ako?
DI. Yes.
Yung NBA?
Ano yung nagtulak sa'yo para pumunta sa PBA talaga? What turned your decision?
Hindi kasi talagang sa totoo kasi yung San Miguel kasi yung ever since na gusto kong team. So kaya kaya yun ang pinili ko talaga. Nung pa ako, simulan nagkaisip ako sa Pangasinan na namulat ako sa PBA. San Miguel talaga kasi because of kay Coach Ron Jacobs saka sila Coach Jong. Dahil yung the way na nila kasi nananalo yung team pero kulang-kulang sila pero hindi sila nasa top 4. Then yung mga ibang coaches ko din yung sa amateurs na advice din nila sa akin na nakamagandang puntahan ng team is yung San Miguel nga dahil because of Coach Ron and Coach Jong yung kung ano yung makukuha kong aral doon yung talagang doon ako magmamature. Tsaka at the same time before, yung team nga nila, wala sila masyadong big man. So si Ibes lang andun at saka si Freddy Abuda. So tinignan ko din kung saan ako talaga magagamit that time. So actually, 1998, meron pa dapat ako 1 year sa UAP. So, hindi ko na tinapos yun at sabi din ng coach ko dati kay Coach Sani Pagia sa NU na sabi niya sa akin, anak, huwag ka na maglaro. Huwag mo na laro yung last year mo. Tukal San Miguel naman yung pupukuha sa'yo. Yun talaga yung pinaka-the best na team na mapuntahan mo. So, yun. Talagang nag-PBA na ako tsaka mas maganda talaga yung PBA pa din.
Parang last dance pala si Danny, ano?
Oo.
Sinabi ng coach, huwag na maglaro, mag-ano na.
May 1 year pa kasi ako, 1998. May isang taon pa ako sa UAP, so hindi na ako naglaro. At salamat din sa former coach ko na si late Coach Sani Pagia. Wala mo, may ganung coach, instead na yung mga ibang coach, huwag ka na muna mag-PBA. Tapusin mo muna yung 1 year mo. Pero siya pa mismo nagtulak dahil San Miguel at saka kina Coach Ron, at Coach Jong. Yun ang sagot ko doon.
Just seeing every one of you right now na kasama natin dito sa Tuti. Meron akong tanong, siguro lalong-lalo na para kay Coach Jong dahil siya yung ating father figure dito. Coach Jong, tanghaling tapat ngayon sa atin dito sa Manila. Masyado pa bang maaga para buksan to?
Okay, pwede na yan.
Pwede na. No? Pagka ganitong kwentuhan.
Para maaga matulog, di ba? Kasi late ka matutulog.
Si Danny S, meron niya sigurado. Danny S, show your beer. I'm sure you have hats there.
I have one.
Left and right. Left and right, like that.
Left and right, huh?
Open the rep. You open your rep. Yes, open the rep.
I got my stash there. Don't worry.
I'll be the low.
Coach Jong, 1998 assistant kay Coach Ron na nagawa ni Demolition Man sa kay Danny I. Dalawang runner-up finish kayo that season and then the following year, ikaw na nag-take over as head coach dito sa San Miguel Beer and you got si Dynamite Danny Siegel naman as your direct hire Phil Am And of course, nakuha rin si Nick Velasco. Nung tinrade mo si Nelson Saitono and sila Boy Beats, dumating na sa yung team. Pero yung first conference nyo, hindi nakuha yung instant success na hinahanap nyo. Nagkakapaan pa ba kayo at that time?
Hindi, honestly, malakas kami noon. Kaya lang, kulang pa ng konting pyesa. Kasi, syempre, may go-to guy na kami. Si Danny S, saka si Danny I. Tapos, meron point guard kami na distributor, na si Olsen, na mautak. Pero kulang pa yung ang karelyebo ni Freddy. Kasi si Freddy lang yung blue-collared worker namin nung time na yon. So parang kulang pa. At saka shooter. So naisip-isip namin na kasi at that time hindi rin naman masaya si Nelson at that time because nalilimit niya yung minutes niya sa akin. Pero mahusay naman yung pag-usap namin ni Nelson. So and Pop Cola at that time needed a scorer at that time. So nagka-tiyempo na nakuha namin si Nick, si Dwight, si Boy Beats before that one as a backup kay Olsen, and si si Bulado, tama no? And yeah, yun na kompleto yung missing pieces for us to become championship. Papasalamat nga ako si Boy Beats. Nung nakausap namin si Boy Beats sa Shangri-La, bait-bait ni Boy Beats. Okay
Bait
lang.
talaga yan!
Backup kay Olsen. Tapos si Nick, workhorse, karelyebo ni Freddy.
Yeah.
Tapos si Dwight off the bench, shooter. Grabe yung shooting yun. So, nakompleto talaga kami. Tapos si Bulado, may rest in peace. Grabe yung practice niya kasi big man practice player. Pambugbog kay Danny I. So, yun. So, parang everything fell into place.
Narinig niyo ba yon? Si Boy Beats daw, sa Shangri-La kinausap. Ako hindi ako umabot na Shangri-La.
Mas maganda yung kausap. Sa bahay kami kinausap.
Idol Boy Beats, follow up to that statement by Coach Jong. Of course, we all know that from the Swift Sunkist squad, ikaw yung primary point guard. What led you to decide to take this different role with the San Miguel Beermen?
Actually, kwento ko lang from way back. I think I went home na mga 4 o'clock in the morning that time na tumawag si Coach Jong ng 7. Sabi ni Coach Jong, Boy Beats, na trade ka na, pumunta ka dito, magkita tayo ng 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock sa Shangri-La. Hindi ko alam kung napansin ni Coach Jong, I was a bit drunk. Yung kinakausap niya ako, kaya ako napapayag dun sa role na binigay niya sa akin. So, modesty aside, nung kinausap ako ni Coach Jong, I felt yung sincerity ng ibinibigay nila. At that time, sa Swift, I wasn't being used the way I thought I should be used. So, opportunity yun eh. Yung pumasok sa akin, nung sinabi ni Coach Jong na be Olsen's backup and be a basketball player, be a good teammate. And I believe I did my part. And kahit matigas ulo ni Danny S, nahirapan kami kay Dorian, I think we pull it through.
Alam mo, Carlo, actually, sinabi ko na kay Coach Olsen a few years ago, buisit na buisit ako niya eh. Dahil ako, grade school ako, high school Coach Boy, yan ang kauna-una akong personally idol pagdating sa basketball. Tapos sa San Beda, pumanik ng A&W sa PBL. Tapos dumating din si Olsen, naging yung idol ko. Pagdating sa San Miguel, yung ay nag-backup na naman ni Coach Olsen, kaya masarap kay Coach dati. Di ba, Coach?
Pero if there's one thing,
may idol ko, Coach eh.
Magoo, if there's one thing, kung meron man akong, kung babalik man ako at mag-backup ako sa isang player, kay Olsen lang yon. Kahit kay Johnny, I'd compete with him. Pero with Olsen, bawa ko dyan.
And then, sa tingin ko to add to that, kaya naging successful to ang team na to is because yung mga players really are not thinking of themselves but more of yung goal ng team. Yung goal of the team is more important than the role. Perfect example is one is Boy Bits na starting point guard sa ibang teams and he accepted his role. And another is yung relationship. Well, si Nick is one. He perfectly did his role for the team. Dwight is another. You know, all of these players pwedeng maging starting player or starting for any other team. No, but ang isa pa is yung relationship ng aming mga star players between Danny, the two Dannys. Yung relationships nila feeling ko that was also a very crucial part kasi hindi nagsasapawan yung dalawang yan eh. Galing ako sa Pure Foods and there ganun din si Alvin at si Jerry Cordillera, and that's why that team was successful. May mga ibang teams kasi na may mga players na hindi pwedeng ito gumawa, kailangan gusto ko rin gagawa ko. But with these two Dannys, they made it work. Minsan, very selfish pa eh. Diba? Danny S, dapat ilang MVP siguro pinanalo niyan eh. Diba? But he knew that, the team was doing well. And ang kapalit naman yun, he won a lot of finals MVPs. Diba? So automatic si Danny, dapat nasa na yan eh. 25 or 40 greatest if he won an MVP award. But because of that, diba, everyone in this team, from mga nandito ngayon, tsaka yung wala dito ngayon, from our role players like Arnold Gamboa, Oni Padilla, diba, Chris Bulado, binanggit ni Coach, talagang binuhos nila yung mga roles nila and they played their roles really well.
Kaya yun nga, back in 1999, na-frustrate man kayo nung All-Filipino, nakadalawang championship din naman kayo pagdating sa Coms Cup and Govs Cup. And then si Dynamite Danny Siegel won Rookie of the Year. Pero madaming nagsasabi, a lot of people were saying back in those days that he should have become the second ever rookie MVP. Would you guys give weight to that na dapat nag-MVP din si Danny nun?
Because he's white. He's too white to be an MVP. So powder.
Agree ako doon.
Just quickly going back to how this team was formed, as Coach Jong mentioned, he knew that there were pieces he needed para buuin yung team. And aside from Boy Bits, who he got were Nick Velasco and Dwight Lago, trading Nelson Asaitono and Will Antonio, I think back then. Nick, what did you feel like when you heard that San Miguel Beer was trading for you? Did you feel excited? Did you feel pressure playing for one of the most successful franchises in the PBA?
I felt extreme pressure when I went to San Miguel. Coming from Pop Cola, San Miguel was the biggest, most prestigious traditional franchise that there was in the league, in my opinion. And I was pretty honored to go there. And honestly, I feel like when we all came together, we came together as kids. Like we were so young. We were basically kids back then. I'm 23 years old, 24. I still consider that extremely young. But when I got there, I realized right away why it's such a prestigious franchise. It all comes from the top. It came from our leadership, the management, the Kawanko family. And then when you come down to the coaching staff, Coach Jong and Coach Ron, they were extreme leaders. They pieced the team together little by little, and they did it in such a way that was scientific and strategic. They got guys with similar personalities and guys that had personalities that can work together. And I think that's a big key. And then if you go down to the player level, you had leaders on the team, Danny's, who led with their talent and experience, maybe not experience, but talent and with their play. Then you had guys like Olsen, who was in the locker room controlling things. We got really lucky because we had pretty much all the pieces that you could think of to make a winning team. And to have that at a young point in your career, I personally got spoiled because I learned how to win in my early 20s, and we won so much early together that I really wasn't happy with any other team that I went to after San Miguel. I was frustrated the whole rest of the way because I knew that we weren't doing it the same way that the San Miguel formula was. So yeah, there was a lot of pressure going there. We went in as kids. We became adults and mature championship basketball players, and we came out of it as family. So when I look at the pictures and I reminisce, and I look at our championship pictures, every single face in the picture, I have a personal relationship with, and it's something that I feel is a lifelong bond. So I'm extremely thankful that Coach Jong and Coach Ron saw something in me that they wanted to fit within this group.
How about for Dwight?
My experience was different. Hey, before I start, I want to say hi to Mike. Mike's watching, but I don't think he's able to join us right now. And James Walkfist is out there, so you're watching.
James Walkfist. And it's Mike.
So anyways, what's that?
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my experience was a little different. I was in the league a few years before Nick got in. So when we made that, when that trade happened, I was really excited about it. I was going to play, excuse me, with Olsen again and Boybits. We were teammates. Me and Olsen were teammates at Pure Foods our first year. And like you said, the superstars, Alvin and Jerry, were really accommodating guys, nice guys to play with. Very humble. And then same thing with San Miguel. When we came over to San Miguel, I found out our main guys, our superstars, were the same way. They're younger without the experience, but you can see they were good guys, really talented players. So it was just nice to come in and be able to, fill a role there, like Coach was saying, like Olsen was saying. By that time in my career, I knew what my role was, and I was, happy to do that and be part of a winning team, and got to get really close with these guys. So it was just a blessing for me. I really enjoyed my time there with San Miguel. That's pretty much it.
Magoo?
I was also gonna react to Nick kanina na not only when you look at the pictures pala, no, na you reminisce and you remember your family from back at the turn of the century. I also noticed on social media you look at a lot of clips to prove to your kids that you did play above the rim back then.
Well, it's tough because we didn't have the social media and the camera phones that are out nowadays. So a lot of our video clips and the stuff we did is gone. I mean, if I could find the tapes of certain games, I'd be extremely happy. I don't know who has those, but that's a challenge that we have because we're from the older generation. So yeah, my kids are extremely shocked. I posted a video of getting a tip dunk, and whenever we watch the NBA, I always tell them like, "Oh, that's perfect. I would have tip dunked that," and they always look at me like, "Yeah, right." So when they see those videos, it kind of proves that we really did those things back in the day.
Nick reminded me of Scottie Pippen. Always blocking, dunking. A lot of energy, and he has the same nose.
I knew he was going somewhere. With that.
Who was talking about the noses, huh?
I have a question for Coach Freddy Abudan. Coach Freddy, a lot of talented players in this squad, but SMB fans may ano sila may special appreciation for you and what you did in that team. Can you tell us how you filled into that role na you were asked to do everything else? Ikaw yung taga-rebound, taga-bantay ng pinakamagagaling. Paano mo tinanggap yung role na yun?
Hindi, kasi itong line-up na to, no? Ako ang pinaka-matagal ata. Malibang kay Coach Coach De La Cruz. Ako ang pinakamatagal dito. Akong nauna kasi 94 pa ako napunta. So lang ako kay Digna DC. Back up lang ako. So nung nag-rebuild na, papalitan. So unti-unti gumaganda na yung playing time. Yun, gano'n. Tapos, yun talaga yung mahirap sabihin na kasi nung college ako, scorer ako. Scorer ako. So pagdating dito sa naging defensive player ako. So, parang nung naging coach ko si Coach Ron Jacobs, parang dumali ang yung laro ko. Kasi lahat ng hinihimay, itong gagawin mo as a defensive player. Ito, pag sinabi niya na player na all right, wag mo pupuntahin sa right o pupunta lang sa left. So parang madali. Parang madali ang basketball sa akin. Parang doon dumali ang basketball sa akin. Kaya ayun. Tuwang-tuwa naman ako dahil nagcha-champion ng team kahit wala akong score, pero ang 36 minutes ako naglalaro. So nakakatuwa kasi minsan kasi ang coach namin, nung nag-champion na kami, si Coach Jong, sabi ko sa kanya, minsan, Coach, wala naman akong ginagawa, ilabas mo na lang ako. Ganon. Sila na lang, kasi wala na akong ginagawa dito eh. Wala akong So, ganon. Masaya yung team namin. Lahat mababait. Walang mayabang.
Diba si Freddy nagpapalabas, yung mga ibang player nagpapasok, di ba?
So, ganon.
Danny S. mo yan, Coach?
Ikaw may sabi niyan, ha? Danny S., did you understand what Boybit said?
I didn't hear. What did you say?
Because I said Freddy said he makes, how do you say ba? He has himself sub out of the game. And I said, how can you find a player that makes himself sub out of the game? So Boybit says, not like Danny S. You like to sub inside the game.
Yep, I don't like coming out. I like Freddie because he used to rebound and then offensive rebound and pass it out.
I'll ask another question. Coach Jong, you said before your first championship that you felt na wala kang enforcer. That's why you decided to get Turkin Mott as your import, a bruiser who would protect all of his teammates. And then you got Dorian Peña later on. And Dorian, can you just tell us a story of how you landed with the San Miguel Beermen and what role was given to you at the start of your career?
Well, I came from the NBA, I was battling with Don before I came to the PBA. When I first arrived at San Miguel, it was, I really wasn't, didn't really get to feel the championship vibe or the veterans because I was dominating in the other leagues. And when I came over, in my mind, as being a young player, I thought I was going to be the same way, When I came to the team, I was, I was a young guy, the youngest one there. This team was already seasoned, and I was replacing Zokpo. And one day after practice, I don't remember if Olsen remembers, he pulled me to the side and said, Dorian, you gotta be serious here if you want to make it. And ever since that day, I kind of started being less playful and paying attention more to some of the details that they were trying to teach me and what my role would be. My role kind of developed kind of easy because we had like 2 scorers and I was told just to rebound. That's it. So I just kind of learned my players, like Danny I and Danny S, where they were going to shoot the ball and just pretty much go opposite wherever they went. So didn't have to do too much scoring till later in my career, but it was pretty easy. It was pretty simple. Rebound, hit.
Talking about practice and rebounding, Dorian, how intense were your practices at in San Miguel?
One thing about this team, I'll go from practice to games. In practice, everything's pretty set up for us. We had a detailed practice. Things were set up for us. We went over them constantly, over and over and over. Things were so very repetitive. It was very repetitive, During our games, it was like we would go into the game and come in the locker room. Like coaches would walk in, or like we had a time where we simmer down and everybody would get serious, with that fire in their eyes, and we knew we were going to go out and we were going to win. That's something that just came upon us as soon as you entered the locker room during game day.
DS, of course, we all know that you took a very unique path to the PBA. Usually people go through the draft. You were a direct hire for the San Miguel Beermen. Can you talk about that process, how you went about it?
Okay, yeah. Actually, after college, I was actually supposed to go to Mobile Line with my brother. But at that time, I guess they chose Asitala Lava, and they told me to go actually play overseas for 1 year, and then they'll get me in the draft. But I wanted to play right away, and Ron Jacobs, he sent over one of my mentors, Paul Howard, sent them over to the States to work me out, and that's how I ended up here.
And the rest, as they say, is history for you and the San Miguel Beermen.
It was a perfect fit.
I remember Danny S's first practice. Naalala niyo yun, guys? I'm sure Danny S remembers this.
Yes, one-on-one against Freddie Abuda. Full court.
Oh, we heard
it took me 20 seconds to get past half court, and then what happened?
Yeah, because Danny S the guys were talking about Danny S even before he came over. So we all knew he was, they were saying he was really good. So first day of practice, alam niyo yung usual nating one-on-one full court, di ba? So pinair nila Coach Jong, si Freddy, our best defender, against Danny S. But in fairness to Danny S, I think, Danny, you were not in shape. That's what you said. Am I right?
2 months walang practice.
That's a good excuse.
He tried, well, one-on-one, he was on offense, he tried to dribble around, and everybody in the gym, we were all watching, because it was Danny S, first day of practice, one-on-one, ganyan. He was having a hard time, and then finally he gets to the 3-point shot. Wow, this guy can shoot from 3. He shoots from 3 and hits all board. Bang! Lahat kami nagtinginan, no? Is this the player they were talking about? But no, that was just Danny S's first practice. But after that, when he got into shape, he killed everyone in practice, including Freddie Abuda.
That's why I like having the 2 best, defensive players, Nick Velasco and Freddie, on my team, so I don't have to play against them.
Yes.
Yeah, when Danny S shot that shot, I turned to Coach Ron. Coach, maybe we made a mistake.
Oo. Grenmedos yun
Pero idol ko yung si Danny Loco. Yan,
Wow.
wow. Ito. Nasa inyo pa ba yung mga uniform nyo? Ayun,
Yes.
yung sa akin naka-frame eh.
Ay, yung sa akin hindi kasi.
Dorian, can you fulfill your uniform?
Si Dorian,
Sa akin,
naalala ko.
malaki.
Si Dorian, naalala ko eh. I remember Dorian eh. When you first came in, sabi mo, Coach, why they're not passing me the ball? You remember that? I said, like, you make me always cut to the basket, but they're not passing me the ball.
Because you can't touch the ball.
Yeah, that's why I told him, we'll practice, just cut, and then I'll give you the ball and just keep playing. Eventually they are already passing him the ball.
That's why
Dorian,
I'm not worried
professional
about Dorian
decoys.
catching the virus because he can't catch a ball.
Eh, meron pa pala ako dito.
Hey, I beg differ. I caught all the balls. I was Olsen's. I think I was your 5,000 assists, right? 5,000. I mean, assists. What's your assist? 5,000, 6,000.
2,000.
2,000. I was a 2,000 assists.
But I love the way, Dorian, that every time we start practice, I love how you go straight to the washroom. Every time we start practice, it takes you about, 5-10 minutes before you get back up.
But I think we wouldn't have won the All Filipino. I don't think we would have won the All Filipino if not for Dorian because he was
Yes.
big center really. Yeah, that was the missing piece also. That's why malakas tayo sa imported because we can fill in the other spots that we did not have. And Dorian, I thought, was the missing piece in the All Filipino. The center, the bruiser inside presence in rebound and defender inside.
Bigat ni Dorian. Tanungin naman natin si Kiko Adriano, sir.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell us the story of how you landed with the San Miguel Beermen and just the experience nung paglalaro mo with the SMB franchise?
Yung pagkakalipat ko sa San Miguel is biglaan lang eh. So that time, after na mag-take over ni Coach Al Francis, so kinausap na rin ako. So parang yung time na yon is yung minutes and then talaga magsasakripisyo yung minuto ko. And then napunta din ako doon sa reserve list. So nung time na yon, naglalaro ako sa Marikina, parang outside league. So nagkalaro kami ni Papa Samboy. So doon niya na rin nakita at nagkausap kami. Tapos nakita naman din niya yung laro ko. It so happened na parang na-injured ata si Dondon that time. Tapos kami nagkausap kundi ako nagkakamali ni Coach Boy Beats. So, Coach Richie pala. So doon na nag-start yon, and then nung nasa reserve ako, sabi nung nagkausap kami ni Coach Jong, baka po pwede pumunta ka kung available ka naman. So nagpakita ko, pero nagpaalam muna ako sa Santa Lucia. Nagpaalam ako sa kanila maayos, pero ang naging, as far as I remember, nung nag-usap kami ni Coach Jong, kung merong trade dyan, is hindi mangyayari yung usapan natin. So sabi ko na lang din sa ang funny nga lang nito is nagpaalam ako sa Santa Lucia. So nagdahilan na lang ako sa kagustuhan ko na rin na makalapaglaro talaga. And then just to prove na talaga alam ko, kaya ko sa sarili ko at makakapag-contribute ako. So pinayagan naman ako ng management. So right after siguro nung nagpaalam ko, the next day nag-practice na ako with Coach Coach Jong. And then tuloy-tuloy, and then nanalo na kami kaagad ng we won the championship with Ace Castis. At least tuloy-tuloy, then nakapag-renew ako ulit ng 1 year.
Oh, we decided to si Kiko, we decided to get Kiko kasi nag-iiba na yung laro eh. So I think ano nangyari yun? I think kasi puro spot up shooter tayo noon eh. Spot up shooter, post, I think we needed somebody that can slash to the basket naman para maiba naman yung laro. That's why we decided to get Kiko as a different tempo player, more open court at saka slasher to the basket. Kasi practice namin nun sa San Miguel, puro half court eh. Wala kami pass break drill. Di uso sa amin pass break drill. Pinaka-pass break drill nun, warm up lang. Pagkatapos nun, 2 oras na puro half court. Kaya confident ako dung sa team namin na yan, this team, if the game is very close, for sure, we will win that game. Because that's how we practice eh. Yung mano-manoy ba? Manoy-manoy, poste-poste, and I'm very sure, sure we can defend. And then when games are close, I was very confident that we will win that close game with this team.
Another thing there, Coach, during that time, there was illegal defense. So it was more advantageous for us to slow it down and, post up our guys, make them double team, make the other teams double team us, and then kick the ball out. And then
That's correct also. The rules also helped us a lot.
It helped a lot.
In our type of game. That's correct. Then that's why when Kiko came in, it was already kind of amateurish. There was no more illegal defense, so we needed some type of movement already rather than just being very predictable in the post. So Kiko became a very big part of that.
There was no more zone defense, no more.
No, I don't. No more illegal defense at that time. During the Ace Castis time. No, in fact, we changed in point. We had Chris Burgess. Chris Burgess, good import, but I don't think he was going to get us to where we wanted to get. So we made a gamble on getting Ace Castis and changing in the semifinals. So we get lucky also.
Everyone,
and this was also
Magoo.
This was also nung 2002 dumating si Don pero nag-struggle muna yung Birmingham. Lalo na kasi 2002, Don, Olsen, Danny I, and Coach John with the national team. Danny S was supposed to be on the national team before getting injured, I think a week before the tournament in Busan. Don, ito na yung una mong PBA championship ba in 2005?
Yes, 2005. First.
On a team doon na pagpasok mo noong 2000, dumiretso muna kayo sa national team. So nagka-windang-windang yung kampanya ng San Miguel for that time. Then for a couple of years, medyo nahirapan ba makabalik dun sa pagkuha ng kampyonato. Kumusta yung journey mong yun? Nung pagkakalipat mo galing Tandua, pagpasok sa San Miguel, and took a while bago ka nag-champion.
Una sa lahat, magandang araw sa lahat, no? Hi guys, kumusta kayo?
Talaga, counselor.
Narinig niyo ba ako?
Konsel.
Hindi, i-share ko lang konti. During this process, naging unstable yata connection. When I was asked to be part of partido dito sa Cebu, first na pumasok talaga sa isip ko is the first time I met Coach Jong, Coach Ron, sila Olsen, kasi hindi ko alam yung papasukan ko. So naalala ko yung situation na yon. I mean, the guys were really helping me na mapadali yung process. Then perfect example, may pamangkin ng former mayor si Edo Rama. Dito talaga, pwede talaga siyang mag-number 1 pero he was helping me out katulad ng mga ginagawa nila Olsen, nila Coach Jong, yung mga players dyan na mapadali. So ako, lagi kong ipagmamayabang dito bakit ako nag-number 1 kasi may mga katulad nila Edo Rama, and again, it reflects nung na-experience ko dyan with San Miguel na tinulungan ako, wala akong idea kung ano yung papasukan ko pero yun nga, yung tulong nila napadali. With regards to your question, Magong, yung after ilang years pa bago kami naging part of a champion team is ini-explain ko sa kanila kasi the first 2-3 years nila, Danny S, I would say they were playing 35 minutes or more every day, every game, tapos 3 conferences pa. So umabot sila sa point na nagka-injury and nag-adjust kami and other teams were siguro time na rin nila. Pero yun, yung mga ginawa ng mga coaching staff ng management, si Kiko, si Ace Castes, ako parang I was relieved to experience that championship kasi yun naman yung reason na makapunta ka sa San Miguel kasi I was recruited early, 99 pa yata when I was still with Cebu Gems. Tapos naghihintay ako sa San Miguel, bakit hindi nila binili yung kontra ko? Bakit Tanduay yung bumili ng kontra sa Cebu Gems? So napatagal pa yung So in a way, sabi ko, bakit kaya hindi dumiretso? Na-experience ko siguro yung ilang championships the first 2 years ko. So nasa Tanduay ako, pinanood ko lang sila. Then, yun nga, semifinals noon, tapos ang ka-trade ko pa, Bisaya din si Freddy Abuda. So parang nakakaya naman, iti-trade ka pa sa mo. So yun, and ako, sasabi ko, grateful talaga ako na experience ko yan kasi first hand din, pagbalik ko dito sa Cebu is, parang na-experience ko yun dati with San Miguel when I was, yung napunta ako doon. So again, yung journey na yun is, gustong-gusto ko pero na-delay lang. Pero sabihin ko pa rin, grateful pa rin ako na naging part ng San Miguel. Of course.
May tanong ako for Danny Ildefonso. Lakay, during that era when you were winning championships left and right with San Miguel Beer, ikaw yung nananalo ng best player of the conference ng mga MVPs. But how important were the contributions of your teammates dun sa individual awards na nakuha mo rin?
Ay, tanong mo, Carlo. Syempre, ako laking pasalamat ko until now. Sinasabi ko sa mga interviews ko kung may nagtatanong sa akin ng mga tao sa mga MVPs ko. Sabi ko nga na hindi ko makukuha yung MVP, yung mga individual awards ko kung wala yung mga teammates ko na nag-support sa akin. Kasi grabe yung akala kasi ng mga iba is score lang eh. Ang basketball, akala nila po shoot lang, pero ikaw lang ang bida. Pero hindi nakikita ng mga ibang players, ay ibang tao, kung ano yung mga nasa likod ko, kung ano yung nagagawa ng mga sa likod ko. Kasi talagang iba yung tulong na ginagawa na, like Freddy Abuda and Nick Velasco. Pagkasama ko sila sa loob, madali ng trabaho ko eh. So, dati, hindi na ako masyadong rebound o Then, sa offense, sa defense naman, hindi na ako dumidepensa sa masyado yung mga key players sa mga ibang team. Then, din naman, dahil kay DS din naman, andyan naman siya. So, parang ang dali lang ng basketball sa akin dati kasi pag napagod ako, sinasabi nga ni Olsen, pahinga ka muna, si DS naman ng bola. So yun ang nangyayari sa amin dati. So yun ang nangyayari sa akin dati. Kaya talagang ang laking tulong sa akin. Ang ganda kasi ng team namin sa San Miguel before eh. Talagang yung makikita mo talaga yung relationship ng ng mga players bawat isa noon. Alam mo yung kasi naranasan ko din yung pupunta ka sa practice na parang ito na naman ginagawa, ito na naman yung mga kasama mo. Pero hindi. Every day before, alam ni God na every day excited ako palagi pupunta sa practice namin every day. Kasi talagang ang madadatnan mo dun sa practice yung mga taong gusto mo makita every day, kasama mo. So, ang laking tuwa ko lang, naging sobrang blessed lang ako ni God dahil nakasama ko sila, yung mga teammates ko, sila Olsen, Boy Beats, Nick, Dwight. Si Dwight, grabe. Kapag wala kang shooter sa team, ang hirap ng basketball, yung defense is nakaklag sa'yo. Pero kapag may Dwight Lago ka, mga shooters ka dyan, so luluwag yung Like Boy Beats, pag pinakawalan mo si Boy Beats. Siyempre, shooter, Boy Beats pa rin. Boy Beats. Pag binigyan mo, yun, luwag. Kaya ang dali ng buhay ko noon dati. Okay, so double team kayo. Okay, double team, tapos na. Papasa ko na lang sa mga shooters namin. Tapos pag nag-click naman yung shooters namin, ayan na naman. Babigyan naman sa akin yung bola. Pagdating ko ng 2 dribble, wala pa rin double team, sa akin na. So, talagang ang ganda ng papasalamatan ko na rin lahat, pati yung kaibigan natin yung mauna, si Chris Bolado, at saka yung kumpare natin si Oni Padilla sa States, at saka si Mon Pran, Binje Bindillo, Arnold Gosum, lahat ng mga big man na napunta sa amin, grabe ang netulong nila sa akin. Kasi everyday, binubugbog nila ako, yung tulad nga sabi ni Coach Jong nga binubugbog nila ako everyday, tsaka si Dorian, nagbubugbogan kami, sila Nick. Talagang ang maganda sa amin kasi before, walang teammate, walang talagang competitive kami pag nag-practice kami everyday. Kaya walang nagkakahiyaan. Kaya pagdating sa game, ang dali na lang ng basketball sa amin kasi sanay na kami. Ayun, yun ang experience ko. Tsaka talagang thankful lang ako kasi grabe din yung tiwala na binigay sa akin ni Coach Jong tsaka ni Coach Ron. And tsaka ulitin ko nga, si Dondon, andyan, sila Kiko, Freddy Habuda. Ang dali ng basketball ko kaya dahil si DS. And kaya maraming salamat kasi kung wala talaga sila, hindi ako magiging MVP tapos hindi kami magcha-champion ng ganito. Ang ganda ng mix ng namin, ng team namin. Ang ganda ng pagkagawa. Talagang very thankful ako sa mga teammates ko. Yung sabi ko nga, yung 2 MVPs ko talagang utang ko na malaki sa mga teammates ko sa San Miguel. Kung wala sila, talagang hindi ako magiging MVP. Yun lang.
Yun, ayos. Palakpakin natin si Daniel.
Salamat sa inyong lahat!
Merong story yan.
Ang importante kay Daniel kay Daniel kasi they are willing passers. They're willing passers. Double. If they weren't willing passers, useless Boy Beats, Dwight, or Nick on the cutter, Freddy on the cutter, Dondon. So important yan that they're willing passers. In fact, when we go back to Daniel, we had really a choice between Asi and Daniel. Talagang it was a choice. We were running after we were in competition with Mobiline at the time. And then Coach Ron told me, you had to make a decision talaga. Because it's really malapit na eh. It was close to decision making between Asi and Danny S. And then I remember watching the tape of Danny S. in Wagner. I think your dad sent the tape to us and we watched that game. I don't remember what that game was, but I decided on you, Danny S, because you were a more versatile player inside and out. You posted up, you shot the three, you put the ball on the floor. So even as he was really dominating player inside, I took more on the decision of versatility. So that's yun ang kwento nun why we decided to go with Daniels. Not knowing that he was ahead.
John,
Thanks, Coach.
the way you describe Danny as a top player, the way Coach Jong describes Danny as a dominant player, everything's spun, pero something is a little off. Coach Jong is when Danny S was a willing passer.
No. That's a lie. Coach Jong was pulling his leg.
He was the least willing passer.
All the time to the rim.
I remember
pass well, Danny S. No.
Guys.
I remember I was
Mike Mustre.
Okay,
Magoo!
Let me correct that. Let me correct Wheeling. He was not a good passer.
When we had Lamont Struthers, Lamont couldn't see out of one eye. So if you're on that side, you're not getting the ball. If you're on the side, you might get it.
Yeah, They had an argument in one game, Lamont and Danny S. They're not passing the ball to each other. They had an argument. I had to settle the argument in the game. Good, we won.
It's also welcome into the broadcast. Isang frontliner sa United Kingdom of another former San Miguel Beerman, Sir Mike Mustre. Mike, thank you so much for joining us.
Frontliners yan. Yan ang kailangan palakpakan. Kailangan palakpakan.
Yan!
Mabuhay ka!
Sorry late kasi medyo may emergency kami kanina. Kaya hindi ako.
Okay lang. Ayos ba, Mike?
Okay lang.
Ayos ka dyan?
Ayos naman, Coach.
Si Lenny. Kamusta si Lenny?
Okay naman, Coach. May konting ano lang dahil si Terence may positive.
Oo.
So, okay naman. Okay naman siya. Kalaya sa amin eh. Sa everyday support naman namin.
Sir Mike, we're happy that kahit papano na nakasama ka sa amin. Please stay safe there, and in behalf of everyone, thank you so much for your service, for your selflessness in this time of crisis. Pero balikan siguro natin, no? You were an important part of the San Miguel Beermen. Can you share yung mga favorite memories mo playing under the SMB banner?
Siyempre, role player rin ako sa basta SMB. Lahat ng mga teammates ko talagang akong kasama. Alam mo, sa San Miguel, yun ang family ko. Talagang, kahit player lang ako.
Ano naman masasabi mo sa coaching ni Coach Jong?
You're live, Mike. You're
Mike, ka magkakamali.
Walang bawian to.
Hindi to naka-record. Walang edit to.
Hindi. Coach, walang ano yan na hindi ako nagagalit ni Coach. Alam ko naman yung situation ko. Talagang Coach, yung coach namin nanununtok na ngayon. Dati nanununtok eh.
Uy, tutot!
Talaga, Coach!
Nagkamali na, Coach. Nagkamali na.
Tutot!
Moving around the room again, going back to Dorian. Dorian, you had the unenviable task of defending the biggest, baddest players of the opposing teams. Another role you had is when the enforcers of the other teams actually hurt some of your teammates, it's your responsibility to set that straight. Can you recall some of the moments when you did that for some of your teammates?
Oh my gosh. There were a lot. Like I said, my task was pretty simple. It was given to me every week. And I used to have to get motivation speech from Danny I. A little bit from Danny S. Olsen. He used to always say, "Oh, you gotta take care of this guy here this week." And so it's also along with the imports as well. So I say it was pretty simple. Play defense.
Of course, part of being in this team was all of the traveling together, no? Maraming mga out-of-town games, maybe even out-of-the-country games. Gaano ka-importante yung mga experiences na yon in making sure that, you bonded together as a squad? Boy Vince.
Carlo, sorry hindi ko masyado narinig. Paulit.
Yung yung mga out-of-town games, what were your best memories just bonding with your SMB teammates?
Just being with them. Alam mo, magkakaiba ng ugali, pero pag magkakasama kami, alam mo yon, yung nag-gel, kahit ano gawin. I can go with Danny S. na puro kulitan. I can go with Danny I na nasa religious side. I can go with Olsen, serious side. Freddy na kulitan din. So everybody, lahat kami. Dorian, walang kwentang kausap. So just kidding though. Love you though. This bunch of guys, I can honestly say na pinaka the best group na nakasama ko sa PBA. With due respect with my Sankis teammates, but this guys, kompleto.
Yun nga sa sobrang kompleto ng Carlo, sa sobrang kompleto ng team na to, no? We have to ask it. Every time there's any team that dominates a certain era, this is a team that through 9 conferences went to 7 finals and won 5 championships. Yun yung 9 to 2001, yung 4 and 2005. We can't help but have to compare you guys to maybe this current San Miguel team. They've won 5 consecutive Philippine Cups. They've won 8 championships in the last 5 years. Prime and your batch versus this group, best of 7. What do you think happens?
Di sila mananalo sa amin!
We would have beat the 96 Bulls.
Nasagot
na ni DI.
Sino sasagot?
DI, coach, nasagot na.
Sagot na. Sino pa?
Nasagot na ni DI.
Gusto ko lahat sa akin. Di sila mananalo sa amin.
No, we have.
Pero syempre, for your batch.
Go.
Wala. Hindi, before batch din naman, there was that San Miguel team that won the Grand Slam in 89, the early 90s, yung batch nun. Sino mga pinaka-paborito nyo naman from that previous San Miguel? Hindi ko natatangin yung mananalo. Yung paborito nyo lang, mga in-idol nyo rin from that batch of San Miguel, first wave of greatness.
Ramon Fernandez.
Samboy Hector.
Yun! Yung tatlo na yun. Ako naman, Samboy Mon Fernandez. Papa Sam.
Iba talagang iba yung
B-Boy
San
Rabanes.
Miguel franchise, no? Winningest franchise in the history of the PBA. Number of players who have never played for San Miguel. Nakwentuhan ko. A couple of players have told me na every time they step on the floor at San Miguel yung kalaban, round robin pa lang, pag nakita na sa dibdib nyo, yung San Miguel beer na logo, may kakaibang kabataw. Kayo ba naramdaman niyo na yung kalaban niyo nasisindak na doon pa lang sa suot niyong jersey dahil sa tradition ng franchise?
Ako sasagutin ko yun. May lumapit sa akin before, hindi ko na sasabihin kung sino pangalan ng player na yun. Yung panahon namin, yung start nung talagang nag-champion, yung talagang buo na yung team namin, itong team namin na to, sabi sa akin. Sabi niya, Lakay, idol, grabe yung team you before, sabi sa akin. Player to pero franchise player din siya. Grabe yung team nyo noon, yung start ng 99 hanggang nung nag-champion kayo yung solid na yung team nyo. Sabi sa akin, paglabas pa lang nyo pagpasok nyo pa lang sa court, ramdam na namin, natalo na kami. Sabi niya sa akin.
Yun niya, nasisinda ka agad no?
Oo, sisinda. Alam niya, kasi nakikita niya kasi yung...
Does it make it easier na taksay?
Siguro yung sistema, yung nakikita nila kung paano yung sistema at saka paano yung bonding namin at saka yung tinatakbo ng team namin. Yun yung nakikita nila.
On Facebook Live now, meron pa tayong mga 1,000 viewers. Yung isa sa mga tinatanong nila, sino yung mga naging paborito nyong imports? Yung mga nakakampi nyo during that era. I'm going to start with Dwight Lago. Who were the favorite imports that you played alongside with?
Probably first off, it'd be Lamont Struthers. He was with us quite a few championships. I can't recall how many, but yeah, Lamont was really cool. He was really cool to hang out with too. At least, the Phil-Am guys, we would all hang out together with him. So he was very, very easy to get along with. Stephen Howard was another one who we won a championship with, and he was a nice guy, always joking around, always making jokes. It was nice to be around. Two that really sticks out. But Turk and Mod, of course, we won our first championship with him, but that's when me and Nick were traded there, that conference. So we came in, halfway through the conference and ended up winning with Turk around. But and then he did come back and play with us again, but I was never really too close to him.
It's hard to be close to Turk.
Yeah. In his own world.
How about Olsen? Cap Olsen, who were your favorite imports that you played alongside with sa SMB?
Same thing, yung mga napanalo namin in championships, si Turk and just like Dwight, Turk and Lamont. Pero naalala ko isang import that we had was Jeff Ward. Import namin siya noong 87. Tama, Coach? 87, no?
97.
Sorry,
97.
97. Sorry, 97. Import natin siya noong 97. That was my first year. Bago si Danny ay dumating. And then, yun yung nakikita ng mga tao, yung sa social media, yung game na cramp si Jeff Ward, buong katawan. Diba? Pero yun, si Jeff Ward.
Yung nga lang, paano gumaling yun eh?
Dito na gumaling yan eh.
Buong katawan eh. Tapos, the following year, bumalik si Jeff Ward. Pero ang naalala ko, midway, pinalitan, big import. Big import na may, conference na may big import tayo nun. And then, pero pinalitan with Lamont Strotters midway through the conference. And then, although we did not win that conference, the following year, 97, 98, we had Danny I. 99, we had Boy Bits and Danny S. during the before the season. Tapos Dwight and Nick midway ng second conference, like Dwight said. Diba? Tama ba ako? Tama ba ang ano ko?
Tama.
Oh, and that's when we won the championship. Dito na nag-start yun. And then, hindi na ng iba. Yung championships natin that time, we had a back-to-back championship, second and third conference nung 99. Diba? We lost all Filipino nung 2000 and then won it again back-to-back, yung second and third conference in 2000, and then won the All-Filipino in 2001. Diba? So, ilan championships yun? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 championships in 6 conferences. Diba? Yun yung stretch talaga na na nakapag-ipon tayong lahat at nakapagpatayo tayo ng mga bahay natin.
Tama yan.
Yun yung stretch naman. Pero yun yung conference na nandun din si Lamont, si Turkin Mott, Stephen Howard, right? Stephen Howard. And then Lamont again the following year.
Yes. Ba't nawala si Nick?
He said he'll be right back.
May meeting, coach. Babalik.
Mukhang busy palagi si Nick eh.
That All-Filipino championship, though, that was the best. Against Ginebra. That was a great series. I remember that one good.
Kwento niyo yung side story doon. Naalala niyo yun, up tayo ng
2-0.
2-0, that's right.
Kwento niyo, ano nangyari doon?
I forget.
May nakaiwan ng scouting report.
Magoo.
Di fine ba? Fine.
Kasi ako na lang magkukwento. Meron kasi kaming scouting report. Palagi, everyone, ganun ka-detailed yung team namin. Everyone has his own scouting report. Detailed yan. Sa papel, players, tendencies, ano pa ba?
May VHS
Plays.
pa rin send, diba? May VHS pa rin.
May VHS pa.
Noong time na may VHS din. Pero ito, yung hard copy mismo, scouting report, binibigyan kami isa-isa. Yan, sa inyo, uwi niyan. So, anong nangyari, against Ginebra, All Filipino 2001, we were up 2 games. 2-0. First 2 games, panalo tayo. And then, after that, next 2 games, nanalo ang Ginebra. Tapos, sirang-sira yung ulo natin lahat. Paano nakabalik ang Ginebra? Labang na tayo. We had it under control, 2-0. We were thinking about sweep. Sila Coach Jong din, yung coaching staff. And then we found out, merong isang player sa amin, in one of the practices sa gym, kung saan naglalaro, naiwan Ultra. Naiwan yung scout. He left his scouting report there. And the next practice was Ginebra. At yung player na yon, are we allowed to say kung sino yun?
Yes. Best friend ni Danny S.
Best friend ni Danny S. Sinabi na ba? That was Rob Duat. That was Rob Duat. Diba? Naiwan niya. And then, kaya pala nakabalik yung Ginebra noon. It was a good thing na nanalo tayo ng games 5 and 6.
5 and 6.
Never tayo na game 7 eh. Alam ko sa lahat ng championships na yun, never tayo na game 7.
Nagtataka nga ako doon, bakit alam nila kung saan tayo dodobol? Posible.
Yung mga roles.
Oo, kasi may rules ka doon sa defense, sa scouting report, may rules. Nagtataka ako, bakit alam nila, parang alam nila kung saan manggagal yung double kasi nalilibre palagi si Baldavid yata yung nalilibre palagi. Kasi off the point guard yata tayo na, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, yan. Muntik na tayo ron kasi swerte tayo dun sa, anong tawag ron? 1 game? Hindi tumawag ng goaltending yung referee. Parang ano yun, 1 game yun eh.
Ibang klase pala coach ang insider nyo nun. Talagang detailed.
Oo, grabe yun. Detalyado. Kaya ang dali ng basketball sa amin dati eh. Alam na alam eh.
Dali lang.
Dali eh. Oh,
tapos,
actually, madali lang naman tayo i-scout eh. Kasi,
poste lang.
Ginagawa natin eh.
Very easy to scout us, but it is the execution that matters during that time.
Yeah, but we really worked on defense in practice always. We're always working on defense. That's where we really got it from, I think.
What's the use of, Dwight, what's the use of working on offense? You'll just give the ball to Dania and Daniel.
Yun naman talaga yung strength natin, coach, yung defense eh. Yun talaga strength natin.
Nag-spend tayo ng nag-spend tayo ng 1 hour sa defense.
1 hour on defense and then 30 minutes on offense. Finish.
Yes.
Alam na eh. Kung nalusutan yung isa, alam na kung natutulong eh.
We used to do I think defense of schemes for 2 hours, and then coach decides he doesn't like it. We would have to do it all over again.
It doesn't look right.
At saka tulungan noon eh. Pag may lalulusutan, sasabihin natin na, pare, saan kami pwede makatulong sa'yo? Ganon lang Hindi gaya ngayon. Dipinsahan mo yan. Hindi mo kaya yan. Ganon, tulungan.
Ed, meron na rin naman tayo nun si Danny S. Keep on pointing fingers when it comes to defense. What did you do?
Hindi. Magaling mag-hide si coach eh. Tinatago yan. Tinatago.
The easiest way is Danny S, double team. Just double team.
That was my specialty.
So you're not involved in the rotation, just double team.
Double team, the original guy rotates.
Coach's whole philosophy was that the best players, they're going to score anyway, so let them score. It's important to shut down the worst players. And that was my job. I made sure the worst players would score.
I know where you were going.
or pwede rin, since we're doubling anyway, we do not put our best defender on the ball. Right? We put Danny S on the ball because we know he's going to double. There's a foul coming.
Also, that can be also.
I had to go Jerry Esplana, the point guard, because they didn't want to post up Olsen. Remember that?
Yes.
Chris Johnson.
You guarded Esplana, then I guarded Chris Jackson.
Chris Jackson.
Ganun ka back then ganun na yung game plan namin, and kudos to the coaching staff, sila Coach Chong. It was our adjustment yon middle of the championship series, di ba, Coach?
Yes.
Or start
Middle, yeah. Not right away. Yeah.
And that won us our first championship. Tama, di ba?
99.
99, yeah.
Just reading the room, it really feels like everyone here has a special love for you. for Danny Siegel. Everyone loves you.
They can say anything about Danny S, but when it is crunch time and you need the basket, just go to Danny S. He'll make the shot.
Yes.
He'll make the shot. I remember also against Shell, Danny S made the floater in the corner, something like that. He'll make the big shot for you.
Sambal na ako.
Tama.
Sabi nila diba sa atin, we are very predictable kasi alam natin kung kanino tayo pupunta. Tapos lahat nakaabang na. Ganun din si Danny Siegel. Everyone can say that si Danny Siegel always likes to go right every single time. No one can stop him. Sa right pa rin pupunta, di ba?
You know he's going right, but you can't stop him going right.
Yeah. Why would I go left if they can't stop my right?
Yeah.
No, but
Yeah.
That was an advantage for me because I knew how the defender was going to guard me, and you don't need a lot of moves. You just have to have counters for him, right?
Yeah, you will start from the left side of the court facing the basket, and you will end up on the right side of the court facing the basket all around.
You could have just cut my left hand off.
No, the only solution for Daniels is double team him. That's the only solution because he'll get the shot off anyway.
DS, you headed into this team with a lot of veterans already in the roster. Do you feel that you had to earn their respect? Did you feel that you had to prove yourself before they really welcomed you into the team?
Definitely. I grew up always listening to the older guys, the mentors, and it's just stepping into any new team. You have to go out and prove yourself, and that's what one of the reasons that made it so special was because our leadership. We had a great vets like Art De La Cruz, Olsen, Boyvitz, and even if it doesn't matter how good you are, they were still pick out every mistake and still be on top of you. And I tell all these young players, it's always best to listen to advice and be coachable.
Yeah, that's right.
Coachable.
And
but DS, wait. What's your advice? I remember your advice is you missed the shots you didn't take, right?
100% of the shots you don't take.
You missed the shot. 100% of the shots you didn't.
That's also good advice.
Carlo, if I may add.
That's your advice, huh?
Carlo, if I may add, if there's one thing about Danny S, is because when he came in, you'll feel that he's willing and acceptable for him to listen. Look at his ears.
You had to put that
I just have to go. I just have to say it.
It's important for a team to buy into the system. That's the thing. See, if you don't buy into the system, whether the system is wrong or right, you will not know if it's wrong or right if you don't buy into the system. Yes. You have to give it a try. Give it a try. If it doesn't work, then change it later on. but to buy into the system, and it's hard because the coach has to make the players believe that they have to buy into the system first, and the coach has to also has to lower his pride that if it's not working, then you can make your adjustments later on. But try the coach's system first.
Kuha na nila, coach na sila ngayon eh.
Now it's the player system.
Ngayon, player system na.
Now it's the player system.
Magigits na ngayon yan namin. Kasi
Ano na lang sila dahil sa player system. Talagang team.
Yep.
Coach Jong, how proud are you of the fact that many of the players that you have here in this squad turned out to be coaches as well?
That's the next aside from being great.
Wait lang, si CR lang ako.
Aside from Ay, walang break dito. Yun lang naman aside from being you want to see them excel in basketball, you want also to see them excel after basketball, like the Danny I became a coach. Olsen, Danny S also was part of in LaSalle as the manager. Part of the operations for basketball. You want to see them also excel after basketball, not necessarily become coaches, but also excel also that be successful in their own way. Mike Mustre, Dwight Dondo now is a counselor. So Freddie is a coach. So you want to see them also excel after basketball, and you're happy that you were and proud that you are part of their life after basketball. Yun lang naman ang gusto mo, diba?
And as we are winding down, we are starting to run out of time. We want to go around the room now through everybody. Ask you for any parting shot, yung mga message for those who have been fans of yours since the beginning and those who continue to support you guys hanggang sa mga oras na to. Let's with Kiko Adriana, message mo sa fans ng San Miguel.
Sa lahat po ng ating mga fans ng San Miguel, again, maraming salamat po at until now, andyan yung support ang ibibigay niyo sa amin. And isipin nyo na hindi namin nalilimutan yung mga memories na na-share nyo at ganoon din kami sa inyo is mananatili sa aming puso at isipan. Kaya thanks Elet. Maraming salamat sa inyo.
Coach Freddy?
Ay, sa lahat ng sumusuporta sa San Miguel, lalo na nung naglalaro pa kami, maraming salamat po. Nandyan po kayo. Kahit natatalo kami nung una, hindi kami nananalo, nandyan pa rin kayo. Hanggang ngayon, pag nagkikita-kita tayo sa labas, nandyan kayo. Napakasarap sa damdamin na kahit wala na ako sa basketball, kilala pa rin niyo ako. Maraming salamat sa lahat.
Thank you, sir. How about
Thank you. First of all, thanks guys for hosting this live Facebook show. It was really exciting. Actually nice to see everyone. All our brothers out there.
Nice to see.
Good time. We had a lot of other things. I wanted to kind of keep it a little bit, I guess, a little bit more serious. I didn't want to something like that. Some of our old stories among us guys or something. Maybe it wasn't appropriate at this time, but it was really nice to see everyone here. Everyone out there, thank you for watching. Stay safe. Let's get over this, and we're gonna be back out there. PBA will be starting up again, hopefully soon, and we get to watch the new stars, the new team, the new guys of this era. So thank you.
And on the front lines of battle is Sir Mike Mustre, direct from London.
Una sa lahat, thank you.
Mute.
Paman at basketball lalo namin sa San Miguel. Thank you at stay safe lahat.
On behalf of everybody, we thank you too, sirs, for your service. Idol Dondon.
Thank you, Magoo, Carlo, and sino tong naka-silhouette yung double overtime for having us. Again, sa mga fans, salamat sa suporta, and sa inyo lahat, stay safe, and sa mga nandito, it's great to see you guys. Nag-enjoy ako kahit nakikinig lang ako most of the time, pero stay safe.
How about the big though?
Thanks, Magoo and Carlo, for having us tonight. Nice to see everybody.
Danny Glover.
No one knows that.
Sorry, no.
Die hard na, die hard.
Die hard, bro. Little Weapon.
Little Weapon.
Not gonna happen. But anyway, it's nice. Thanks for all support from all the San Miguel fans and over the years until now. It's much appreciated. I want everybody to stay safe throughout this time, and good luck. Thank you.
Idol Boy Bits.
Magoo, Carlo, maraming salamat. Hopefully this will not be the first and last na gagawin mo with the San Miguel team. There's so many stories behind yung success ng team. I hope we can tackle that the next time around. To my teammates, maraming salamat. Coach Jong, the opportunity, maraming salamat. To the fans, San Miguel fans, my fan club, Sherwin, kay who else? Kathleen, mga nagpapabate. Mga shout out. Batchmate ko, San Beda, High School, 89. What else? And I want to say thank you to Danny S. and Don for visiting me nung na-hospital ako. Maraming salamat. Kap, doon sa help na binigay nyo for the whole team. Maraming salamat. I'm back and I'm strong. I'll see you guys around.
No problem. Welcome ka, pare.
Nick Velasco is back. Nick, we're asking for messages for your fans.
Hey, yeah, sorry I had a quick call, but I just want to say thanks to the fans. Just like I said earlier, we had some of the best management, we had the best coaches, we had the best teammates. We had some really, really good, loyal fans, and they keep in touch with all of us all the way up to now. I just got done playing this year, and it was weird because when we would go to different areas, the San Miguel fans would pop up. And it was really nice to see that we made such a big impact on all of them. And thanks to all of you guys. You guys really are family to me, and we have such a deep history. It's really nice to be in touch all the time. So thanks, Carlo and Magoo, for hosting this, and hopefully we can do it again.
How about Dan Siegel?
First, I'd like to thank Magoo and Carlo for putting this roasting together for me. Next, I just want to give a shout out to, all the essential and healthcare workers out there. Thank you for, risking your lives to help saving others. So you guys are truly the heroes out there. To the teammates, good to see you guys. To San Miguel management, thank you so much. Everyone, it was, just so special to myself, and to the fans. I just want to thank you for all the love over the years. I mean, even back then until now, you guys are still with us, and we really appreciate it. Stay safe.
Thank you also for your time. How about Lakay, Danny I?
Maraming salamat sa inyong dalawa, Magoo and Carlo. Tsaka yung pangatlo yung kasama, salamat. And to all my teammates, thank you very much for your time. And stay safe sa inyong lahat. And Coach Jong. And the management, San Miguel, thank you so much. Lahat ng blessing na binigay niyo sa amin. And lahat po ng mga SMB fans, maraming salamat sa inyong lahat. Nung nananalo tayo, natatalo tayo, doon pa rin kayo, solid SMB fans pa rin kayo. Maraming salamat sa inyong lahat. Most especially yung Team Lakay, yung nagmamahal sa akin na fans. Maraming salamat sa inyong lahat. And guys, maraming salamat din po lahat ng mga heroes po natin ngayon. Lahat ng mga frontliners po natin, mga doctors, nurses, police, soldiers, security guard, driver po ng ambulance, and pati yung mga groceries, mga frontliners, kayo po ang totoong hero po namin ngayong panahon. And yun, maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. And mag-pray po tayo. And guys, stay safe, everyone. And after this COVID, if we have time again, then we'll reunion again, guys. And I love you all, guys. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. Thank you. So good memories and great memories. I love you all. And without all you guys, without Danny, thank you. I love you guys. I love you all.
Salamat sa oras mo, Lakay. And before we go to Coach Jong, we again want to thank Nick and Cap Olsen for helping us set this one up. Cap Olsen, message mo sa mga supporters niyo.
Yes, thank you muna dito sa yung grupong ito. It's always special when we get together. At hindi naman kailangan matapos to Pwede natin tuloy because every time I go into a Zoom meeting during this COVID, kailangan may ganito Pagkatapos nito, we can continue this while drinking, di ba? Special thank you also to all the fans. Ang daming lumalapit pa rin sa akin, sinasabi, growing up, pinanood nila tayo. So, special thank you to all of them. And sana napasaya namin kayo ngayon during this time of COVID. Kahit 1 hour, an hour and a half, nakalimutan nyo yung COVID, and do whatever you can to help out. Hindi naman kailangan malaki, mga maliliit na bagay lang, basta makatulong lang tayo sa lahat. So thank you again, and I hope to see you guys again soon.
Thank you, Cap, and final word from Coach Jong.
Thanks. Thank you, Magoo and Carlo, for making this possible. I'd like to thank also to the San Miguel organization and management for where I started my coaching career. And thank you, players, for making my coaching career a successful one. If not for you, it would not have been a successful one. 6 championships. You will always be close to my heart and close to my coaching career. And I love everybody. And we continue always our reunions whenever we can. After this COVID, we should have one more. And thank you also for the loyal fans of San Miguel. And we pray also for the frontliners that they be safe. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Coach Jong. And before we send it back over to Carlo, I want to thank personally each and every one of you guys, all of you San Miguel players, because during your heyday, the 99 to 2001, 2002, I was back in college. And I did not pay for a lot of beer. Marami kayong beer na binili para sa akin. Because of your winnings, pumupusta ako sa inyo. Every single time you're in the playoffs, marami kayong binlow out sa akin na beer personally doon sa Million Quinto sa kabilang side ng Lasal. Maraming salamat sa inyo for all the free beer.
Magoo, gusto namin marinig yung ano mo. May kasama pang foul. Mas maganda pa kami. MPBL na maririnig ngayon yun.
Maganda pag may reunion game kayo. No? Sino kayo magandang kalaban? Baka reunion ng Alaska din.
Alaska!
Kailangan talaga
Alaska dati, kalaban natin.
Kailangan talaga maulit to para mapakita natin na ito kwento tungkol dito Ha?
Naku, nagtiyan ni Jeffrey Abde. Sana year,
Hindi
ko alam
Anong year ba
Nag-try
yan?
tayo, kina Dwight pa yan. Is that with your
Kila
house,
Dwight,
right?
malamang
Patay mo
kila
din.
Danny
Dwight.
Ay yun. Ay,
Ay,
kila
ko
Dwight.
yun.
Kay Kanya?
Dito yan, dito yan. Kila Danny
Ah,
Ay. Si Dwight yung nandang.
oo, reunion.
At yan ang patunay na ang samahang SMB ay tunay na walang katulad. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. Thank you so much for your time, for spending an hour and 30 minutes with us in this San Miguel Beer reunion. To the SMB fans, I hope that you enjoyed, getting to relive all of these amazing moments with our hardcourt heroes. And that is how we will end this episode of 2OT para po kay Magoo, Marjon, and the rest of the San Miguel Beermen present here today. Ako po si Carlo Pamintuan. We'll see you next time here on 2OT.
All right, thank you.
Stay safe.